How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Cracked Open Games and Toys. This is going to be a overview of my Nintendo handheld collection. And the only one that is not mine out of this whole set, you can probably tell, is the pink one, which I got from my wife. And she doesn't really use this one anymore, but it's still in really good condition. So I don't know if she'll want to sell it or trade it in eventually, but yeah, that's the regular, not the new 3DS, but the XL edition. So yeah, we'll go ahead and take a look at all these guys. And for the ones that I still have boxes for, we'll go through the boxes and the paperwork. My SP box is a little banged up. I got that secondhand off eBay. I just needed the contents for it to mod a SP that I had some parts laying around for. So I took an older, I think this is the original model SP, and used the guts and internals to make this guy right here. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at all these different handhelds. I'll go over each one individually. And yeah, we'll come back at the end and check out some of the paperwork and stuff. So yeah, starting with the Minish Cap Zelda edition here. I just bought this off eBay. This was assembled by somebody else, but I bought it because I was waiting so long for, it was back in like maybe 2022, and I wasn't able to get a pre-order for the Analog Pocket, and I just kept on waiting and waiting for restocks for that thing to go back in. And I thought in the meantime, you know, I'll just get myself a modded Advance and have some fun on this while I wait for the Analog Pocket to come out. But yeah, this is I believe this is the Funny Playing Kit. I'll go ahead and turn it on for you. And I'm not sure which version. I think it's V3, but it's been some time. But it does have like the brightness switch on it and everything, all the different. I'm not sure what else it's got on it, but that's the main thing I only used on this thing, was just the brightness control. So yeah, pretty nice looking Advance there. I dig this one. The only thing on mine, and if you get these like the what do they call them, the printed shells. On the back here, these are really, really fragile, the clear shells, so I tend to stay away from the clear shells now if I'm doing any mods or anything. And I haven't done one for a while, but you can see this is, you know, this is hairline crack. And I mean, you could get a replacement back shell for these. I just haven't done it yet. And the only thing I did mod on this guy was put one of these batteries, the rechargeables, in there. And this is really cool. I don't remember who made this battery, but I got this off Amazon. I think it was like 30 or 35 bucks. And I took a shot on it. Some people said that there was like corruption issues or corrosion happening, but I've had this in there for like over 2 years now, and you know, it still does the trick, still plays really nicely. And yeah, all you got to do, you can get like the USB-C cutout ones, but I just find that those ones let too much, you know, dust particles into the system. So when I need to charge it, I just pop the cover off and charge this guy. So not a big deal there. Yeah, the only other thing I did on this besides the battery, I just put a matching, because I think it got some, you know, it's another one of these problems with these things is you get dust. If it's not the new laminated ones, you're going to get all sorts of dust particles and stuff underneath this glass screen here. And when I had to clean that the first time, I'm just like, you know what, I'm just going to get a gold trim on there that matches the theme a bit more. I think that looks really nice. But yeah, that's the problem with these old mod kit ones, is that they don't have the laminated screen on there. So I mean, I don't really have any need to replace this, but I suppose in the future, if I wanted to, I could get a laminated screen for this one and pop that guy in there. But anyway, that's my Minish Cap one. Next up here for the original Advance is actually my favorite way to play Game Boy Advance games. This is a mod I personally did with the white shell. It looks super clean. I know you probably get seen, you know, these a dime a dozen online, but I really just like the aesthetic of this, just it being so clean, so nice looking. And this one does have a laminated screen on it. Super bright and everything. Looks nice from all the angles. And yeah, I've got a EverDrive on this game, and this one, so I can play all my games and everything on it, which is awesome. But yeah, just to show you guys comparatively, there is that guy, and I'll crank up the Funny Playing one all the way. So there's a little bit of difference there. Maybe put them side by side so the angle doesn't be weird or anything. But I mean, you can tell there's a little bit of difference. This one seems like on camera, it's got a little more of a bluish hue to it. I'm not sure how well that'll translate to YouTube or not, but in hand, that's not visible at all. And this one looks super clean and crisp on camera, but I mean, it's very nice in person too. But yeah, I don't know. This is the cheapy AliExpress screen in this guy. I think that screen mod, you know, before tariffs and everything went into play, that was like a $40 screen mod. I'm not sure what it goes for now, but it's a really nice screen for 40 bucks. Like if you're on a budget and you just want to make you've got an old Game Boy laying around, you can get that screen for around, well, maybe around $40 now. I'm not sure what they run for post tariff, but yeah, that's what you're getting there. And again, the only other mod I did to this guy was just pop another one of those $35 rechargeable lithium ion batteries in the back. It's been fine, no corrosion or anything, right off Amazon. Plays great, has taken a charge forever, or probably about the past 2 years or so. Those are my two original Game Boy Advances, and I really like them both. The only problem I remember with this one is that the D-pad, I don't know if it's just because of the shell make and model or whatever, but the D-pad was always a little stiff on this guy, where this one, I don't know, this was, again, just like a cheapy $20 shell or whatever, but this one feels so much better. It's like super accurate to play games on. So yeah, this guy here that I built is my go-to when I want to play Game Boy Advance games. I don't have the newest one or anything. I got this probably a few years ago when Amazon had a Black Friday sale. It was way under 100 bucks, maybe around 70, 75. This thing is amazing to play all your games on and everything. You can just put your games right on here. Game Boy Advance. You can play some other stuff like Game Gear too. So yeah, you can put all those things on here. Awesome little cart. All right, next up I got my SPs. This is a modded AGS 101. And if you're new to Game Boys and you don't know, I'm not sure if I got a back tag for an AGS. Yeah, I do. I actually have a printed back tag for a AGS 101. But the AGS 101 was a later release, and I'm sure if you're familiar with all this stuff already, then you know what I'm talking about. And this is the original light for the Game Boy Advance, the original one. And this is what they included, additional lighting. And I think this is front lit instead of the original one being backlit. That's what they changed in this version, which gives it quite a bit brighter screen there compared to the original one being there. So I had a 101 before, and the power switch failed on it, and I tried to do a power switch mod on it, and I ended up toasting the whole board. So this is my original screen for my 101, but I had to wait till I found a board for a 101 on the cheap on eBay to get this guy repaired and going again. But it works again. So I've got my original 101 screen, a usable board inside of it that I just swapped the guts on and put into a new shell. So yeah, it keeps on surviving. And this guy is from that box that I was talking about earlier. I bought I think this is just a secondhand repro sticker or something on the back there. It's got another 101 sticker, but this one does not feel as good quality. It feels like a paper print compared to the other one. So I'm sure that somebody just printed this with this shell kit or whatever. But this one is from this guy. It's original SP. So it's got the inside, the internals of this original SP on it. But then this has a updated IPS screen mod on it. So if I'm gonna, to be honest with you, I like both these guys a lot. It's hard to pick which one I want to play on if I want to play on an SP, because this one has like let's see if we can cycle it again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 levels of brightness on it. So you can see right away it's quite a bit brighter than the 101 is. But the thing is, when you look at them up close, I like the pixel density of playing on the 101. How you can see all the little boxes. And I know there's some filters and stuff that you can do on the IPS screen to make it look similar to this, but it never gets it quite right. So if I'm playing on handheld, this one's also got crazy battery life on it, even with the original SP battery. It seems to go forever, even with that bright 101 screen on it. Where this one, I think I get max maybe 3 to 4 hours battery life if I'm playing at the max settings. So just some little differences between these guys. I like them both. I think they're really, really awesome to play on either one. But because of the battery life with this guy, how the better screen seems to take a toll on the battery, And I just like seeing the original pixels on the screen for this one. That, yeah, if I'm going to pick up and play on the SP, I prefer to have it close to the original hardware. The only thing I'd see that I got to do on this one is just recenter that screen a little bit. Like, if you look close, that's my fault too. Like, you know, it's just ever so slightly a little bit thicker on the bottom than the other side isn't really close on the top. But I mean, that's only going to bother me when I'm playing. It's not going to bother you guys or anyone else. Just a nitpick from someone who's, been working on these for a little bit. You try to make them as perfect as you possibly can. But anyway, that's my SPs, and we'll check out the 3DSs next. All right, first let's take a look at my wife's 3DS. And this is, like I said, this is still really, really clean handheld. And even though I'm not a big fan of the pink, I mean, she took really good care of this. All looks really good. No chips or dents or anything. And I just cleaned the screen off, and it's got screen protectors on it too. So yeah, the screens are super intact and everything. No damage to them. But yeah, she took really good care of this. Looks really good. I don't even think she played it that much, but yeah. Go ahead and fire it on too. I always forget where the power button is on these things. Okay, so not too much on there. Yeah, she must have gotten I think she got a free download code for that game. And I haven't modded these or anything yet. I hear it's pretty easy to do now. But yeah, I'll get into that eventually. If she decides to keep it, we'll throw a mod on there for it so we can put all our games on there. But as you can see, still really nice screens on there and everything. Really nice little console. And here's a look at my new 3DS XL. This thing's still in really good condition. And I don't even have any of my carts in there right now. They're all unpackaged. I just got the R4 card in there to play some of my DS games without having to pop them out or anything. But I like that R4 card, but I would rather have just modded so I can play any of my games anytime. I think that's the end goal with this thing. But yeah, as you can see, both screens looking pretty nice. And I got screen protectors on mine too, so they're not getting damaged or anything. But yeah, here is mine. And let's see what I got on mine. I do have the Ambassador program still on mine. So that's one reason that I didn't want to mod it, but I know you can get even more if you do install that mod. But yeah, let's take a look at let's see what I got for Super Nintendo. X2, Super Metroid, Another World, Earthbound, and yeah, all the Ambassador stuff on there. And probably a few more from the Virtual Console that they added. Yeah. But I think you guys will have to correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't the Ambassador program the advanced, maybe it was some Super Nintendo and advanced stuff that they gave you. Yeah, I don't even remember, but yeah, I'll just go through all these so you guys can see them. But I think, if I'm not wrong, it was a mix of Super Nintendo and Game Boy Advance. Like I could have sworn Metroid Fusion was one of the Ambassadors. Maybe F-Zero as well. Minish Cap. Oh yeah, I forgot I had Minish Cap on here. That's awesome. So yeah, this is, again, I haven't modded this or anything, so what's on here is what I got. And yeah, that has been a look at all my systems. And we'll come back and take a look at some of the boxes. And yeah, these are the boxes that I have left in my collection. And I got this off eBay mainly just for the internal board on this guy to do that mod with. But we'll go ahead and check this out anywhere. I believe the seller did say it included all the paperwork and everything. But I haven't been in here for about a year. I think that's when I ordered it, about a year ago. And yeah, that's all the stuff. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the box real quick. And still got the standard charger inside. I have USB chargers, so I don't really use those anymore. And our booklets, we got our registration card. I'm glad that the seller still had that in there. That's pretty sick. We've got our poster instruction booklet, I guess. Holy crap, this thing unfolds. Half of the first page. Yeah, that's a big instruction booklet for that. Cautions booklet. Probably the same thing going on here. Good Lord, even the old registration paperwork. It's massive. Alright, there's all that. What else we got here? Got our Game Boy player pack in. Cool. If you got one of these, remember to hold on to that disc because they're worthless without it. We got Nintendo Power promo. Get free headphones if you subscribe. That's pretty sweet. Sign me up. Cool. Okay, so this is like a promo ad for games that were going on at that time. You got Fire Emblem, World of Mana, Final Fantasy Tactics, Golden Sun, Advance Wars 2, which I actually have a box copy of, Mario and Luigi, and Legend of Zelda. And you know, the print stuff that they put in just for promo material back then was crazy. Like, they wanted to sell you stuff, so why not put a full color print pack in there to get you to purchase more games? Love it. All right, so that's all the stuff for the original Game Boy Advance. All right, next we got our 3DS XL. Yeah, I had that original one once they dropped the price on it. That's how I got into the ambassador program, because I think it was like a $50 or $100 price drop. That's when I decided to get my original one and just kind of passed down my account from that console onto the eventually from 3DS XL, and then onto a new 3DS XL. All right, what we got in here? And this has got a huge, chunky manual with it. I'm not going to go through every page of that, but I'm just going to show you what's included here. We got Club Nintendo stuff, more Club Nintendo stuff, AR cards, if you guys remember those. This is still sealed, so I'm not going to open those. I know the 3DS is getting crazy expensive, so all this packing and stuff, I am just going to leave exactly how it is in case she does decide to sell it. So, internet connection guide. Pretty basic stuff here. Yeah, we got some multi-language guides, quick start guides, and our 3DS XL Bible. Oh my lord, this is... It better be multi-language, man, because this is a lot of... We're still in English, and we're 60 pages in. Oh my. Okay, there we go. Wow. So the English goes up to page 106, and I'm just going to flip through there briefly. It's got multi-language in here in the back, but yeah, just to show you guys what that manual looks like. It's showing you all the stuff you came with. Then orders and operations. Dude, over 100-page manual for a new console. Can you even imagine that if you got a console these days and it had a 100-page user manual for it? That's insane. This thing is a Bible. So yeah, that is everything that is included with the 3DS XL. And we'll take a look at the new 3DS last. All right, lastly here we have the new Nintendo 3DS XL. I remember people being a little bit, I can't remember if I don't think it bothered me too much that they didn't include a charger with this one. But that was a big deal at the time. Just people being kind of upset that, Nintendo cheaping out. They couldn't even include a charger with their system. But if you were already in the 3DS family, then you kind of knew what you're getting into, and you probably had a charger laying around somewhere, which I understand the mentality of. But it also kind of sucks to get a new system and not have any way of charging it. So I see both sides of that one. Oh, we got a receipt in here too. Let's see how much I paid for it. All right, so this one's not quite as thick. There's that quick start guide. Got another sealed pack of AR cards. I don't think I opened those after I got my 3DS XL. And then I've got a store receipt. Let's see. I think it was retail, $200 probably. From GameStop. Okay. Yeah, just the system, $199, brand new. But yeah, just a quick guide through the start guide. I'm not going to go through every single page on here because it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm not even sure why they went through the depths of creating such a big book, but this one's shorter. Okay, this one's only 30 pages for the English side, so condensed quite a bit from the XL booklet. And yeah, then we just got a pack of the AR cards, so that's all you're getting in there. All right, and we'll come back with some final thoughts. So again, this has been a look at my Nintendo handheld collection. So if I had to pick my go-to Nintendo handhelds to go play on if I want to get my retro fix, it would probably be this guy right here, the white original Advance with the laminated screen, or the AGS 101. And that's just because I know with this one, I'm not going to get any dust in the screen if I play on it, and the buttons feel great. And I love the original pixel aspect ratio of the AGS 101 and how that screen looks. So yeah, those are probably my two I gravitate towards if I want to play games, but every one of these has, all four of those Advances has something different that they bring to the table, which I think is pretty cool. So I probably will never sell any of those, but you know what? The 3DS prices are looking pretty attractive right now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. But yeah, anyways, that'll be a decision for another day. Thank you guys for watching this one. Remember to like and share. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions or anything, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Please check out the channel. Over 100 videos over there now to go and watch. If this is the type of content you enjoy, please consider subscribing. All right, guys, until next time, take care and have fun.